The time that I really knew how good he was, I went to the Middlesex League Championship his senior year, which was October of his senior year, and he'd already done his unofficial visit, he'd already done his official visit, and I watched the way he ran that race, and I know I called the office and talked to Mike and John afterwards and just said, there's not a better kid in the state.
Sophomore distance runner Paul Hogan has hit the ground running since arriving on campus last fall. The Burlington, Massachusetts native placed high in many events in cross country and track and field, including a 4th place finish in the 8K at the America East Championships. While running can be an acquired taste for some, Hogan was attracted to it at a very young age.
In elementary school, I always loved running. I would just play tag in recess and everything, so it was something I was always had with me, and I guess I was born to run. I just liked it from the beginning. I don't know, it was just something about it.
Hogan not only enjoys running competitively, he enjoys the peace and serenity of the activity.
Especially when you're running alone, you just kind of there's nothing really to do except run, so you just kind of think to yourself, you think of the things that need to be done for the day, or think of past events, think of future events, and you can kind of just daydream, and kind of sometimes you forget you're even running. So it's kind of a cool experience.
Off the track, Hogan puts his creative mind to work in the classroom. With his passion for building things, Hogan has decided to major in civil engineering.
I was really interested in science and math in high school, so I also like to build things, and I'm going into civil engineering. I used to building sandcastles and everything, and I always had the urge to build things when I was younger too, so I guess civil engineering would be a good choice for me.
Balancing athletics with academics is something every student athlete has to deal with, but Hogan says life on the track has helped him in the classroom.
I think the track helps with the school too. It teaches you discipline, and in order to be studious and get good grades, you have to have discipline and be able to time manage very well, get your sleep, study at certain hours, eat, and run. So yeah, it's definitely challenging.
After a stellar career at Burlington High School, Hogan attracted plenty of collegiate attention. But UMass Lowell head coach Gary Gardner was early on the recruiting trail and tells the story of when he knew Hogan was something special.
The Middlesex League Championship has always been at the Woburn Country Club, and I think it's been there for 30 plus years. And he broke the course record there by 14 or 15 seconds. And I was the only coach there, period, at that meet. It's a pretty small meet, but sometimes you learn a lot from going to a small meet rather than just seeing him in a big pond. We went to a small pond to watch him run, and we just knew after that point that he was the real deal, and hoping that we'd end up with him.
Hogan began his collegiate career well with a 6th place finish in the 8K at the Meet of Champions, and ended the season with a 5th place finish in the 5,000 meters at the ECAC IC4A Outdoor Championships. And he says he couldn't just rely on his physical ability at the college level, he had to think strategically for each event.
I had to figure out how to race tactically, because in high school I was used to just running around 1 or 2 guys, and I didn't have to focus on position as much and the pushing and shoving. But now I had to focus on that in college, because everyone's good there. In track, that's where it really set in, because it's really tight and you have to run with other people. So I had to just kind of learn from my mistakes I made in track, and eventually by the end of the season after track I made some improvements with running with people, and so hopefully in sophomore year I'll be really good at that, and that won't even be something I have to worry about, and I'll know my tactics.
With 3 more seasons in front of him, Hogan and his head coach discuss what the future holds in Riverhawk Blue.
Nothing's impossible. I think I can definitely be really good. I don't know, I just want to focus on the now and don't drive myself crazy about what could happen in the future. Just step by step. I don't really like going into the huge details.
I definitely think he has the capability to be an NCAA All-American, which would be obviously our first Division I All-American, if he's the first one that gets there. I definitely think he has that capability.